Introduction. This is an introduction for the entire book, not including the books of Adam and Eve, the book of Enoch, the book of the Giants, and the book of Jubilees. All but the books of Adam and Eve come from the Dead Sea Scrolls. This particular version of the Holy Scriptures, Septuagint, was used during the Messiah's time and was used by his disciples and the rest of the Hebrews. It has been translated from the original Aramaic. No one spoke Hebrew at the time of the original texts, nor does anyone speak it fluently now. While there are still Hebrew words that are in use, Hebrew is considered a dead language. Despite its current status, Hebrew is regarded as the original language of creation, which was lost during the construction of the Tower of Babel. However, the Most High opened the heart and eyes of Abram to understand the language, allowing him to communicate with the divine. As such, Hebrew remains a vital part of Jewish and Christian religious traditions, and its importance can be seen in the texts that have been passed down through the centuries. The Septuagint is a Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Tanakh, that was created between the 3rd and 1st centuries BCE. It is called the Septuagint, from the Latin word Septuaginta, meaning 70, because of the popular legend that it was translated by 70 Jewish scholars with different languages. The Septuagint is an important text in both Jewish and Christian traditions, and it has played a significant role in the development of Western civilization. The origins of the Septuagint can be traced back to the Hellenistic period, a time when Greek culture and language were spreading throughout the Mediterranean world. Many Jews living in Egypt at the time spoke Greek as their primary language, and they sought a Greek translation of their sacred texts. According to the legend, the Ptolemaic ruler of Egypt, Ptolemy II Philadelphus, commissioned a translation of the Hebrew Bible into Greek for his library in Alexandria. He is said to have gathered 72 Jewish scholars, 6 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel, and assigned them the task of translating the Torah, the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, into Greek. The Septuagint translation was not only important for Greek-speaking Jews, but also for the spread of Judaism throughout the Hellenistic world. The translation provided a way for Jews to communicate their faith to non-Jews, and it helped to create a sense of community among the diaspora Jews who were scattered throughout the Mediterranean region. The Septuagint was also used by early Christians, who quoted from it extensively in their writings, including the New Testament. The Septuagint contains not only the Torah, but also the rest of the Hebrew Bible, including the historical books, the wisdom literature, and the prophetic books. It also includes several additional books that are not found in the Hebrew Bible, but are considered canonical by some Christian denominations, such as the Book of Tobit, the Book of Judith, and the Wisdom of Solomon. These books are known as the Deuterocanonical books, and they are considered part of the Old Testament by the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Roman Catholic Church. The Septuagint played a significant role in the development of Western civilization. It influenced early Christian theology and helped to shape the Christian understanding of the Hebrew Bible. It was also a key text in the early development of biblical scholarship and was used by scholars to understand the Hebrew Bible in its original context. Today, the Septuagint is still used by the Eastern Orthodox Church as the basis for their Old Testament scriptures, and it remains an important text for scholars of the Hebrew Bible and early Christianity. The New Testament refers to the Septuagint. The Septuagint is not the Old Testament version in the King James Version, TEKJBE. The Old Testament version in the King James Version is the Masoretic text made by the Masoretes Jews around 700–1000 CE. This is 700 to 1000 after the death of the Messiah. The Masoretic text is the corrupted version of the Old Testament. The Septuagint has omitted text. These verses were removed because they were added when the Hebrews went to Babylon. We have included the King James Version, KJV verses, so you can see the corruption yourself. The Septuagint and the Masoretic only shared about 60% of the same text.